be so bored. That's why I was gone. Yeah, I grabbed the eel, right? I go to the fucking store, and they're like, "Where's the salmon?" Salmon!
Salmon! Ew! Ew!
So then I went back and had the fish again. I was like,
Where's the shark?
I got the shark from Kiryu. I got that bitch. But this is Majima's story.
Where's the salmon? Salmon!
I know, that's exactly how I felt. Salmon!
The Cupcake Crusader and the Coffee Cake Zealot. Those were my teammates.
And what?
I love them. Dauntless.
You know what? That sounds like the people who be playing Dauntless.
Yeah, them epic gamer losers.
Yeah,
Pretty
man.
much,
Did you know that the bacon narwhals at midnight?
The what?
The bacon narwhals at midnight.
I don't know what you said, but I'd appreciate it if you never said it again.
Midnight.
Do y'all not know about the bacon narwhals?
No, what did I say? What did I say?
I don't know.
What
oh
did
my
he
God,
say,
it was
mate?
sudden death. Fuck out of
What did I say about that, Prophet?
Alright, so I'm school y'all real quick on the
Please
bacon
stop.
narwhals.
I swear to
trigger
God, I
me.
will fold your insides out like it ain't a sock puppet.
Please
The best
don't.
part of waking up is folding your insides. Fuck Folgers.
Please
alright.
don't trigger my
So-
PTSD.
So, you remember that?
What's the matter,
culture-
Tom Kid?
Oh God.
Remember that culture on?
Can't look
that
me in the eye,
culture back
boy!
in, like,
Actually, no.
Back
I could. I
like-
was taller than all my drill sergeants.
Son of a bitch, you are a huge ass gorilla. You know that, boy? Don't you look down at me. You look straight ahead, Tompkins.
all they did to you down there in Kentucky, boy, was feed you beef and
down
cornbread.
there, I went.
Stairs and queers come from Texas, but this motherfucker's from Kentucky.
No, the thing was, my basic was further south. Like one called me up. I went to him. He was like, "You better back the fuck up off me with your tall ass." I was like, "Huh?"
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to be
When
tall.
your drill sergeant can't look down on you when he's screaming at your ass, something's
I gotta
wrong.
stand 10 feet back so it looks more intimidating.
You better kneel, Tompkins.
I want you down on your knee.
I think that'd be the funniest.
This is the only time. This is the only time it'll ever be acceptable for another man to get on his knees before me, Tompkins. Don't you read too much into this situation, boy. I ain't gay.
But
Now,
I will
like-
fuck your day.
I ain't gay, but I will fuck your dad.
That's not what I said.
I love it.
And welcome to the podcast, everybody.
Good morning, Vietnam. Look at this tall ass goddamn.
See, this is why I wish someone else had ran the podcast, because then we could actually make podcasts.
You know,
out of
I'm
them.
honestly thinking about just doing that, just like taking it from Marco.
Dude, we should make our own podcast with blackjack and hookers, and then we should do it
Well,
when everybody is
we
free.
did blackjack
Throat
and
hurts.
stars. We went through this.
No, we gotta do Baccarat.
Blackjack and OnlyFans.
You're right.
Blackjack and OnlyFans, you're right. Can't have hookers, coronavirus, so right now it's blackjack and
BJ and
OnlyFans.
O.
Oh.
But no, so like the history of the bacon narwhals at midnight. Y'all remember that subculture on the internet where that got pretty big? That was just like all that low random shit where it's just like, ha, I'm so random, like cupcake sprinkle spoons. We're so random. Well, there was like a group of people on Reddit around that time who were just like, hey, we should all do like a Reddit meetup and just meet up in person. And so what they decided to do was they would make their tags so that way like it was a phrase that you said to make so that way people knew like you were from the subreddit and you were like in the know about the entire meetup. And the phrase that they used was the bacon narwhals or the narwhal bacons at midnight. And it's like That's just part of the whole fucking like.
Was it a
low
bunch?
random
Was it a bunch
subculture.
of fat people?
Dude, I mean, I guarantee you, like the only people
You
using
goddamn
Reddit
fat
at
bodies
that-
in your stupid code!
The only people using Reddit at that time were like the fat fucking, you know.
The incels. The incels.
Yeah. Somebody was like, dude, I saw a fucking, like, a thing on Reddit.
Hop,
And
look
it
at my.
was like, I
look at my
keep
nose.
seeing something about Jordan Peterson. Who the fuck is he? I'm scared to look him up. And someone goes, it's just Gwyneth Paltrow for incels.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Whoa.
You know, I'm not sure I agree with that. Oh, sir.
Holy shit. Dude, I saw that and started laughing really fucking hard. Oh my god.
Back in my day, before I nutted.
Yeah, back in my day, we used to...
Back in my day.
Back in my day, we used to hang them Negroes.
And here we are at a typical lynching.
David Attenborough just finds a fucking, like... He walks in on a KKK lynching. He's just like...
Members of the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh shit.
A rare... Oh, fuck.
They spotted him.
It's alright, you chaps. I'm English. I started burning Negroes before you.
No, they're just like, nah, they're scared of you because you're British, so you're potentially gay, and they're scared of fags too, so.
We invented fags. You know,
we
like
invented
cigarettes.
tanks. Oh, we invented fat. Oh.
They did invent tanks. That is the thing.
They did. I thought it was the Germans.
No, the Germans were just really good with tanks.
Nope. Germans had small armor, but the whole reason that they're called tanks is to confuse the Germans. The Austrians, mostly. Not the Austrians, the Ottoman. is
Yeah,
what I
the
meant to say.
Ottomans, my friend.
Oh, do you guys know about the beta carotene thing? Like how carrots are supposedly good for your eyes and shit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What
So,
about?
So,
I'm sure that's a lie. But
That
yeah.
is until I got my eyes replaced.
Originally, that was a myth, because
Originally, that was a myth.
yeah. Well, apparently it does like have some sort of effect on it, and it's like not entirely false. I don't know how true it is.
Nigga,
but
I
when
still
it
wear
was-
glasses.
When it was originally stated, like
You
they
who
didn't
just
know.
blind monkey?
When it was originally stated, they didn't know, and it was because of the fact that the U.S. soldiers had
You know.
the U.S. soldiers had sonar technology, and I don't remember, I think it was the Japanese that they didn't want to know that they had sonar technology, so they were just like, well, how the fuck do your plane people see us so well, or like know where we are? And it's just like, we feed our soldiers carrots because it enhances their eyesight. And so like,
It's goddamn
Beta-
superfood, Jap.
beta carotene is like good for your eyesight, but it doesn't enhance your eyesight, and that's kind of like where that whole myth came from. Is because they didn't want to reveal that they had sonar technology. Also, Chris, did you know about the Stonewall riots of 1969?
Sounds familiar.
What
It was
happened in
the-
What happened in the last 60 year?
The last 60 years.
And, you know, I didn't want to say what happened at the end of the 60s because that's too boring. I gotta spice it up.
All right, so the Stonewall riots were
Ah,
essentially it was
Here.
the police left.
Ah, bitch, my
the
fucking
police
finger.
the police in the 50s, well, not just the police, but like the U.S. government in its entirety were doing like things that were inherently like not inherently, but like were blatantly anti-homosexuals. Where they would do things like they would do like neighborhood sweeps to find gays, and they would keep a list of like publicly known homosexuals, and whenever they would find a
It's
gay
like the
person
Red
or a
Scare,
trans
but
person,
fags.
or whenever they would find like a gay person or a trans person, that they would publicly shame them in newspapers and shit like that. All throughout the 50s and 60s, when they were doing that thing like the anti-communism shit, They
thought gay people was communists. Oh my god, they're fucking
well,
Sometimes.
no. What the like the whole entire mindset behind that was is that like gay people had no loyalty, so they felt like their minds could be changed and altered, and like they could change their opinions, and like they didn't have like a.
It would be
loyalty to
easy
the
for
US.
us to take
And
the
it would be-
LGBT community.
Yeah, like Russia would be easy. Like it would be easy to influence them to do it
Oh,
because
yes,
like
They
were
will
like,
trust us and our Googles, correct?
because they were like, oh well, you know, like people who are very perverse like aren't gonna don't have like a good solid mindset and like stupid ass
pervert.
shit like that.
So if I'm horny, I'm also not trusted. Damn.
Yes.
yeah,
Well, but there's another factor why you're not trusted, Brian.
well, so like,
You're
Yeah.
dating a white woman.
but so like that's like the
Also,
whole thing.
you're black.
So what happened was is that like a lot of the places that publicly allowed homosexuals, because homosexuals were banned from a lot of areas back in the 50s and the 60s, most of them were just bars, and so that's why like gay bars are such a big thing, is because they were one of the only places that allowed gay people to hang out.
Mhm.
And there was
I respect those
there was
people making their
there was a
hustle.
there was a really famous one in New York called the Stonewall Inn, and essentially what happened was is that there were a bunch of riots because police came and did
Police
like,
just came.
yes, they came all over the Stonewall. But no, police came and they did a bunch of fucking like hate crimes towards all of the gay people there, and it lasted from like the end of June to the beginning of July. And it was just a bunch of fucking police riots, and a bunch of people died during it. Like a bunch of gay people died during it, and it's like one of the most important things in like LGBT history. Because
And of course, the
at that
cops
point,
are getting in
like,
trouble because
Yeah,
They're following
And, like,
orders. Don't you know anything about that, son?
and like it
Yeah.
was it was one of the, it was like it's like the most important thing in like LGBT history because it essentially like helped jumpstart the treatment of gays in the U.S. as like actual people and allowing them to go to public spaces and stop like publicly shaming them for being homosexual. And like, dude, there were like 5,000 jobs like at the beginning of this campaign, like immediately, that were just either declined or people who were laid off because of their sexuality and all of that kind of shit, like all throughout the 50s and 60s.
that's gay. That's really gay. Not cool whatsoever. America sucks.
Don't forget, we don't stone people.
We just shoot them or hang them. So there, did you hear about the Joe Rogan podcast? He had moved to Spotify.
No, because I don't listen. I don't watch.
That means
watch
no.
I don't watch it. I don't watch it either. But he also makes the fucking deal or what
What'd
the
you say?
contract with. Hold on.
Why do you say it so like defensively? It's like no, I don't watch it either.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm sorry, I don't either.
I was just
But-
saying, like, you know, as somebody
But
who
that's
doesn't watch
that's where we got gay frogs though. I'm just saying. No, the
freaking frogs are gay.
Spotify gave him like $100 million contract. So
Really?
yeah, and this nigga was a
Damn.
YouTuber. So hey. So hey man, like give us some time with our podcast. Hey man, we could be getting deals, huh?
There's
Huh?
a significant difference between Joe Rogan and us.
But he's been doing this shit for 9 years, man. All right, there's a difference. All right, we need time.
Yeah, we just got to stay committed for 9 years. Yeah,
Exactly.
we couldn't even stay committed for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
No,
Marco
yeah, we
couldn't
did.
stay committed for 2 weeks.
That's a fair point. You know what? We just need multiple cameramen.
Look, well, the thing about it is that like we can do it, and like I know how to edit. I've done it before, so like if we do it on
Fuck at it. I just need to know how to record.
if we can do it on a weekend, then like if we can do it on a weekend, then that would be better. However, I would ask that like instead of on PSN we switch to Discord, because with Discord there aren't really as many NAT types as in PSN, and also I can change the volume of people's mics, so nobody's like louder than anybody else. Because like in PSN, there's a discrepancy where like somebody's mic is just like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" And then other people are just like, "Oh yeah, well, I came home from work today, and like I just didn't know what was going on." And so like
Marco got past that by having us adjust our volume individually. It worked out just fine.
Yeah, but my thing is just.
But
not
also
recently,
the thing
I
about
thought- we've been
Discord
trying to-
and mostly about the weekend stuff is that everybody does D&D and I work. So
That was
we would
all-
have to cancel or move all that, and then I would only be here for a couple hours. Which, down one person as a special guest, I guess is fine. But
I mean,
we'd have
well,
to
but the thing
stop all
about
the
it
D&D.
is that like they
You could
did
always
it.
just
They did
rotate
it.
guests.
They were doing it on a Tuesday, and like if they were doing it on a Tuesday, it didn't fucking matter that I worked every Tuesday and couldn't be here, even though I wanted to be a part of the podcast. So like, I'm not saying that that's the case with you, but I'm just saying like it didn't matter before, right? The only thing is that like, what time would you get off of work, Damien?
late
Uh,
late at
with
night.
the hour cut, we were supposed to get off at 4:30 instead of 6:30.
Okay.
But that can fluctuate depending on the schedule.
What time do y'all D&D session start?
7 o'clock, your guys' time.
And that's on Saturdays and Sundays.
It's
Well, you
on,
could probably.
it's on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday every week. 6 different sessions.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm only in 2 of them.
I'm only in one of them. I know those fucking nerds.
So like, wait, but if you're in 2 of them, that means that you're not Saturday, Sunday, and Friday, right?
He's at least on
Chris, what
Sunday.
one's
You're not like every single day of those weekends, right?
No. I'm.
Okay,
I
so then
mean-
we'll probably just have to work out a day where we can get people to like, or we can get people that'll be available, or we can just do it during the week or like the weekend, like after everybody's come home from work.
But I come home from work in the morning.
I know.
I'm out here chilling, like a villain.
Nah, you sitting there like a sun-dried tomato.
I am sitting here. Hey, you
Like
just
a
mad?
sun-dried tomato.
Hey, you just mad because I got a bathrobe now, bro. You know how cold it is to
I'm
be walking
wearing-
around.
I'm wearing pajamas that my dad only described as Hugh Hefner style.
I don't care. I walk around this house naked now with my bathrobe.
I'd
Pieces.
walk around this house naked too if I didn't want to upset the men in the
Yeah.
house.
What D&D sessions are you?
I am the only man in the house.
I am in Riley's
I'll be
session,
right back.
which is this Friday, upcoming, and my session,
Which is next
which
Sunday.
is next Sunday. Yeah, that's it.
So
That's
then
all
do
I'm
y'all-
in.
Do y'all alternate weekends to have sessions? So like one week it's 3. So okay.
Mhm.
So all right.
But that's just me, and then you have other people like Taylor and Dalton who are in every single session.
I couldn't do that shit, dude.
I'd
They're
say
in-
2 at
their-
least.
Their whole weekend is da-dunda. I can't do that. I need a break.
I know, right?
They're
I don't
either
like
running
all
or
y'all.
playing a session all weekend.
'Cause I don't like y'all that fucking much.
I like da-dunda, but not that fucking.
Fuck you calling them nerds, man. Fucking losers. When is Taylor gonna lose his virginity, man? Never.
When is-
No, I'm
when is-
joking.
When is somebody gonna tell Dalton that it's cool and kind of mainstream to be in D&D, so he stops playing it?
Well, you know,
that was a poor joke. I'm sorry, Dalton.
Da. Fuck him. I saw a shit where he was like, when I think of an idea and then I find out later that somebody else thought of it, that makes me feel sad. I'm like, get the fuck over it. Make something new, Guardian.
It's kind of crazy because of the fact that like he's the opposite of a lot of people with fucking mental illnesses, where they just want to be normal and they want to be like everybody else because they've always been outcast. And Dalton's just like, I don't want to be like everybody else. I want to be special. And
Yeah, he
I
wants to
get
be
that, but,
special.
like,
I do, but at the
but,
same
like-
time, we're all human,
But
dude.
like the thing about it
Slice
is
it
that like
off.
being unique sucks.
Exactly. Fuck it. You gotta have your moments. That's what it is. That's where it lies. You
Yeah,
need
exactly.
your
You
moments.
gotta have your moments. There are things that like separate all of us from apart. Like even though Dalton strives for that, I guess one of the things that he doesn't understand is that like in his own way, Dalton is unique and irreplaceable in the friend group, and that's why he's here, right? And that's why he has friends, is because of the fact that people love Dalton for who he
Nigga, I don't
is.
like him. I vocaled this opinion.
Can't relate.
I said this shit many a times before. I hate him. No, I'm joking. I don't hate him.
But no, like that's the thing. Like Dalton's been a part of this friend group for a long time, and it's like everybody in them and everybody in their own right brings something to the table, you know. And it's like
No,
people-
Dalton love mail.
people wouldn't be here, and I wish he was fucking here to hear this. But like
No, someone recorded.
People wouldn't
I got it. I'm in a game. I got it.
people wouldn't like. People wouldn't keep you around if there wasn't anything to like about you, right? So there's no reason to strive for being unique, because being unique sucks ass. As somebody who's been like a unique one and like has been told, you know, you're a unique person, like it's always fucking sucked being unique. and
That
I've always
dude, if
wished that
somebody
I was
told me
normal.
that, I take it as an insult.
I would too. I do. I do take
Nah.
it as
Instead of being
fucking
sheep or the
weird.
black sheep, how about you be
Cause, like-
the pink
Cause like,
sheep?
Cause like what I want to be is I want to fucking be normal. I want to do normal things. I don't want to like take things the way that I
want to
Yeah,
smoke a
Don,
fat
you're-
cigar.
You're
But Don won't let
unique. Out
me.
of the 7 billion people on this earth, you decide to do something a little different. Wow, that's kind of fucking weird.
It's just that like I don't think that he understands that like even in his own right, like despite his name, like he is still a unique person in his own like respectful like,
Extremely, despite his name.
It's just how he is. It's how he's always been.
no, and I
Even
get
like
that.
even when he writes D&D, if there's like something he writes and then one of us is like, oh hey, that's a cool plot point similar to X thing that he has never heard about and never known about, he's like, damn it, I thought I created something original for once. We're like, Dalton, it's so good.
I'm like, it's still good. I'm like, yeah.
I mean, the thing about it is that like there's no way you're ever going to be original. Because of the fact that
Because everything's
somebody
been done.
else, everything's been done. The only thing about it is that like
You
need
put
to
your
take
own
that
spin on it.
unoriginal concept and then make it your own. It's kind of like the same thing. Like if we go and we dissect like Cold
Capitalism.
Steel, right? If we go and we dissect Cold Steel,
My
a lot
friends
of
are
the
my
shit-
power. Hi,
a
generic
lot of the
shonen trope.
shit in those fucking games have been done before. It's just that the writers for Cold Steel did it in a different way. They put
The writers took
Exactly,
50
yeah.
grams of fucking estrogen and LSD and ecstasy and went ham.
And that's the thing, because like there are so many tropes, but trope doesn't necessarily mean bad unless you're just doing it generically. You can take a trope and then do something unique with it, like how Cold Steel takes the fucking like
The
the
Cinderella.
JRPG trope of like mythical creatures or fucking like ancient mechs or ancient civilizations that like for hundreds of years are like way more technologically advanced than we were, and then they brought themselves to ruin because of how advanced they were. They got too ambitious, and then it basically just reset the world. in
And they're
terms
all
of
fucking stupid.
technology, and then like we uncover that in the past. Like that shit happens in Breath of the Wild. That shit happens in Trails of Cold Steel.
I'm back.
It's not something that is unique or a concept that like somebody hasn't created before. It's the way that you take that trope.
Nothing is
you take
unique.
Something has been done, and you spin
Everything
it
is
and make it
permitted.
your own.
I don't know what we're talking about, but no. Expected
Like-
Tuesday of what?
Tuesdays with Maury. It was a terrible fucking book, and I hated reading it.
En Fratello.
What was that? It? Can I clip that? I'm clipping it.
Carlos like my